We're recording. So I want to see everyone writing these tips down, literally, because this is, I mean, your social media is stories and posting. That's literally what it is. You shouldn't be scrolling your life away. That's not moving your life forward. And I know it's something really hard to get out of. It's most of what people do is scroll on social media, but like we're here to make ourselves better and better ourselves, and scrolling does not do that. So with that being said, like I'm not saying that you can't look at your favorite people, but I actually say that as a treat for the end of the day. And my coach taught me that 4 years ago because she was like, I feel like you spend so much time on social media and it's not like, but it's not business work or anything. And I was like, you're so right. And she was like, at the end of the day, if you're laying in bed, make that the time where you look at your favorite people's stories. Don't do it all day long. You will get nothing done. Like scrolling can literally be a freaking devil. So with IG story tips, use captions. So many people don't do this, but it's so freaking important. Okay, I'm muting. Yeah, use captions. We actually have the option on Instagram stories to use captions if you don't have time to like write out something on each story clip. But I don't use it because it started messing up my stories. But if you like, I'm on Instagram right now. If you go to story and you made like a video, and then at the top where it has like the smiley face where like the gifs and stuff are at, you click on that and it says, well, I didn't talk, so it's not there, but it should say captions, and it captions exactly what you say. The reason this is so important is because people scroll so fast, they don't care what you have to say. Literally, like if someone doesn't have a caption on them, unless they're my coach, I might listen, but people are just scrolling so fast. I watch Chris at night scroll like 50 miles per hour. I'm like, are you even seeing anything? Because like he's like so fast. You have to catch people's attention. That's what we do. So yeah, like for example, today I talked about how Knox flushed something down the toilet. I said, please have your sound on for the story. Like I just put something like small so that they could know what I was saying. So anyways, captions. I don't care. Put a caption on there, put a GIF on there, put something where people stop and listen to you. Use filters if you want to. I feel like I'm like half and half. But if you're going to use filters on Instagram stories, use the Instagram filters, not like the ones that are already there. Does everyone know how to use these filters? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't. Does everyone know? Like you can unmute yourself. I don't care. I know that Taylor does, Lauren does, Jalen does, Brittany doesn't, Devin doesn't. JC, do you? No, I don't think you do. You don't have to, but it's better, honestly, especially if you don't have the best lighting. So if you go to, so this is actually my best tip. If you ever watch someone's Instagram story and you love their filter that they're using, at the top, it'll tell you what filter they're using. This was mine from yesterday. If you tap on that, it'll ask if you want to use it, and then you click on it and hit save filter or use filter. If you want to browse effects, like on your own, go to your Instagram story. And once you're like videoing, you scroll all the way over and it'll say browse effects. And there's so many different filters. There's more like natural ones. If you like to be more natural, there's more like sparkly ones, like ones that make you look a little bit more tan. It'll make you feel better about yourself too. Like that's how I feel some days. Okay. Switch up your background. And this goes for stories as well. Like I have two backdrops, one that's rainbow sparkle. I haven't used that in a while. I probably should. And then I have another backdrop that I bought, or my sister bought me from Aldi, and it's so cute. She got that for me after I had Knox, because she helped me a lot with, like, I used to not be like how I am on social media. My sister gave me so many good tips, but you don't just want to sit in the same place every day. That's boring. People get so bored with social media, and you have to think about who you love to watch. Why do you love watching them? Because their energy is up. They tell cool things. They show cool things. Like they're a cool person. You have to be who you want. Like you have to think about who you love to watch and then be that. Have fun with it. Don't just like feel like you have, don't just make it like a force. People feel that. Like, I feel like if I watch certain people, like I'm like, they're not happy. They're acting like they're happy, but they're not happy because they don't want to be storing. Like you have to bring that energy. And my biggest tip on bringing energy and happiness, I do a lot of personal development. I read, I do daily affirmations. Like I don't consume myself in social media. And I get on my stories when I'm most inspired. So typically you'll notice that I'm like, I do all my things in between like 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and I don't post anymore. Sometimes on the weekends I'll post more in the evenings, maybe, but I'm done. Like I get my shit done and I'm off. So yeah, switch your background. Like if you sat on your couch today talking on your story, go outside, go in your bedroom, sit on your bed, stand in front of a window, go in the car, talk on your story. If you got to go somewhere, like always switch it up. There's so many people sharing on social media and you got to be creative. You got to switch it up. Stand in front of windows, lighting, or get a ring light. If you feel like we didn't used to have this many windows in our house, like I've not shared this on social media yet because I'm like, I'm not quite there yet, but the house that we moved from was really ran down, like the walls were falling in, and I hid my life for 2 years on social media. If you go back and see my pictures from like last year or 2 years ago, I was always outside because I couldn't share the inside of our house. It was that bad. And it's really sad to me. But I made it fucking work. And like my pictures look like so good. And I had to though. I had to make my business work for me and my family. And that's when I got presets too. So if you don't know what presets are, they're like $2. You get on Etsy, type in presets, and all these filters come up. And then you download the Lightroom app, one tap and done. If you need to Google it or YouTube it, it took me a while to figure out, but now that I do it, it's so easy. Like there'll be times where like I take a picture and I hate it. And then I put a preset on there and I'm like, this is the best picture I've ever taken. It really helps you. It really does. You'll feel more confident in your posts. Get a tripod if you want. It's way easier. So I use the same one for like 6 years. It was just a regular one. I still use it. But Chris actually bought me an upgraded one and it stands about as tall as I am, or it can go down low to the ground. I think it was only like $16 on Amazon. And then the smaller one you can get at Walmart or anywhere for like probably $6. It's just so easy, guys. You know, the other day I talked about how I was on a walk and I set my phone up on a random bucket on the side of the road and I got a picture. Like this is all stuff to share too. People think that shit's hilarious. Don't be afraid to literally be you. Like, just don't be afraid. So yeah, and then like I have a few more tips. So does anyone ask me to share what I share? No. Oh my God, Taylor's hopping on? I'm so excited. Okay. No one asked me to share what I share. They don't. I just do it. You guys might be surprised by that, but like I just share what I love and I do it because I know I'll get more interaction. And the more that you share, the more people want to know more about you. They want to come back to you because they love watching you. This is such a good quote that I wrote down. Hold on. Even if they don't tell you that they want to see it, they still do. And also, you're inspiring tons of people, even if they don't come out and tell you. There's people that have watched me for years. Every single day, every time I put up a story clip, they've never came to me, but obviously they love to watch me. You guys are inspiring and you don't even give yourself credit for it sometimes. Like I struggle with that too, but you're inspiring. Do polls on your story. Polls is another option. Like the other day I was eating watermelon and I put a question box up and said, what's your favorite fruit? It doesn't have to be health and fitness all the time. Have fun with it. Post whatever you want. Question box, polls, for anything. It can be makeup. I shared my favorite facial serum earlier, like an hour ago. And start creating your brand. So if you go to my Instagram, no one looks like me. Don't look like anyone else. Look like yourself. Dress how you dress. Talk how you talk. Be you. Like, it is so hard nowadays to be ourselves. There's so many trends. People talk the same. Just don't. Literally stay in your lane and just be 100% yourself. But none of this will make sense to you for showing up if you don't know your why and your vision. Like, none of it. You'll be like, why am I showing up? Why do I have to do this? You have to remember why you're doing this. I ask myself that every single morning. Like, I actually put my new morning routine in the team page if you want to check that out. So yeah, like, what's your vision? You know, like, in 3 years, do you want to be a 6-figure earner? Do you want to be a millionaire? Like, who do you want to be? Like, this business can take you so far, and you have to realize why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you showing up? Is it for your family? Is it for financial freedom? Is it so you can leave your 9 to 5 because you're tired of feeling freaking unfulfilled? Like, there's so many reasons why you're doing what you're doing. It's not just because you're doing it for social media or for followers. So much reasoning behind why we do what we do. Remember that. Is that all I had? And then for another few tips for posting, go outside, wear new outfits, share things that you love. People want to get to know you more. The more you share, the more people want to watch you. Create that relationship. There are so many people that will probably never join me that I've just become best friends with on social media. Maybe one day they'll join me, but for now, like, we're BFFs. And it's so important to gain that trust your followers. So yeah. And then I posted this in the team page as well, but this is like my tip for the week. The more you show up, the easier it gets. The less you show up, the harder it gets. This makes so much sense to me. There's been times where I'm like, you know what? Should I post today? I'm like, yes, I should, because tomorrow I'm not going to want to post if I don't post today. It gets harder. The less you show up on social media, you don't want to show up on social media. Facts? Like, is that true? Like, has that ever happened to you? Okay, like, yeah. So remember that. And I think the more you show up, the funner it gets, because people start replying to your stories. People start showing more love towards you. They're like interested in you and want to join you, and so many good things that come out of that. But yeah, so that's all. And then I do need help with the Fit Club. I'm trying to like choose people to help me out with it every single day, like a new person Monday through Friday, and then monthly I'll switch up the people. So like, for example, today I went live in the Fit Club sharing my tips on how to not fall off on track on the weekends. I feel like so many people, even coaches, struggle with that. I shared my tips on that. Mondays, maybe someone will go that meal preps, sharing their meal prepping idea, like things like that, just to make it a little bit more fun. Like, I know it's there for accountability, but it's always good to add things in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 7 people. Okay, so Jace, like, is everyone down for this? Like, it would just be like each person on this call, you would have one day through the week of this month, every single like Thursday of this month, or every single Monday. Are we down? All right, JC, unmute yourself. Which day works best for you? Probably Mondays, because you're off, right?
Yeah, Monday would be great.
Okay, so this Monday, so tomorrow, go in the Fit Club. It doesn't have to be live. It doesn't have to be a video. It can be just like a picture of yourself, maybe sharing like a healthy tip or your favorite healthy snack, a picture of your healthy snack. Any tips, any tricks, if you want to share a move of the day and say how much you loved it, this will also help you just stay inspired with your own story. Anything you want to share. Do you have any ideas right now?
I can do food.
Okay.
Does it need to be like, not, I don't meal prep for the whole week, but I could do like a meal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. And then Tuesdays, Devin, can you do Tuesdays?
Yeah, I can do Tuesdays.
Okay. Will you are you loving Shakeology? Like, you're like really plant-based, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you love Shakeology?
I do. I'm still trying to get in the habit of remembering it every single day.
Yeah.
I do like it because mostly it is plant-based and it's easy to do.
Yeah, for sure. So I would maybe talk about your food as well. Like maybe just like do like a little introduction or like how you stay on track with plant-based eating or like your tips on becoming plant-based. I think that's like really important. Like being plant-based is super healthy. So maybe if you have like tips on how you've done that or how you did that, that'd be awesome.
Okay, that sounds cool.
And then when you guys, so like next Monday, then JC will go again, share whatever you want. Like this is just your day to share whatever you want. And also you need to realize that when you sign people up, if you're not showing up, they're not going to show up. So yes, it is like I made the fitness community, but you matter too. Like you need to be in there every day or your coaches are not going to show up. And then you're pissed that they quit or that they didn't show up, but it's your fault because they don't have you to look up to. They have me, but I'm not their coach. So it's so important to remember that. And you can always make your own fitness community as well, or you can stay in mine. I don't care. But if you're in mine, show up daily. Show up for your people. So Tuesdays, Devin, I'm gonna actually stop this recording.